Magpies Cottage.
I'm Amy.
It looks like we're brighter today.
Does seem bright.
It?
Yeah.
Wonder
Well, we're
what
back in here.
changed.
Last time we were in my living room and it was dark.
Yeah.
You know, well, my living room's... You know, it's funny. Living in the trees makes for a dark living room.
Oh, there's a white light on, though. I wonder if what that means.
I don't know.
We'll leave it on and see how the video turns out.
Okay, and if this is just total
Yeah.
We will find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what the white light is.
Yeah. We'll find out.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've been a world traveler again.
Mm-hmm. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Just being able to travel was so worth it.
Good.
We were on a cruise and the ship was great and it was warm and tropical and I love the Caribbean.
Yeah.
It's like one of my happy places. So, yeah, good trip.
Cool. That's good. So did you get a lot of knitting done while you were gone?
I got some.
Okay.
I mean, I had 2 projects along and one of them was at a point where I got them both here. So it was at a point where I knew I'd finish it if I worked on it at all. So then I just finished that one.
Okay.
And then I worked on the other one.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So.
All right.
What have you been up to?
Well, it doesn't seem like I have a lot done.
It happens.
In all those weeks. So, yeah, I think I only have 1 FO and a couple works in progress with me today.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 FOs.
Well, I'll let you just start.
Go right
away.
at it. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, this one, I did not take on the trip, but I love it. It's a baby blanket. This is half of it. And it's for my niece who is due to have her first baby. And I love the way it blacked out. Okay, these are so not baby colors, but you know what? Nobody does baby colors anymore.
No,
I'm just old. What can I say?
Right.
You know, nobody does that. So this is blue sky worsted cotton, I think.
Okay. Was that all your stash?
Yeah.
Okay.
I stashed this stuff. I was at a yarn shop and they had a bunch of it on clearance because it was discontinued colors. And I thought, that's going in the stash. So I have lots of different colors in stash of this stuff because this takes 5 skeins, 5 colors. Of 3 of the colors, you use literally the whole skein. And then of the other 2 colors, it's half the skein and 2/3 of the skein.
Okay.
So, like on the lime green here, that was the one that was 2/3 of the skein, and then it's called Jasper, the color, and it's this weird teal, yeah, that you only use half. So I did not put this in the dryer. I just blocked it and laid it flat to dry. So it looks absolutely perfect. But this stuff can go in the dryer if you want. But it really, really shines if you just air dry. You know, hang it on the line.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Right. But if cotton stretches out of shape, then I usually tell people just throw it in the washer and dryer because that'll usually put it back.
Yeah. Yeah. And so, I mean, it's really soft. I love this stuff.
Yeah.
And this is perfect. I mean, I wouldn't use this in a garment.
No, that's too heavy.
It's too heavy, but it's a really nice blanket. So her baby shower's at the end of the month, so I finished that for her. I mean, I was going to weave or something, but I didn't want to sign up for weaving this go round.
You have a loom in your basement.
I do. And well, I didn't want to take a class right now because I'm just not in the mood. And so decided to knit. And so, I mean, with all the different colors of this I have, I can make probably 3 or 4 blankets yet. I've got so much crap.
Okay.
So this did not go on the cruise. I did this last weekend. Pretty much, I mean, I finished it Sunday afternoon. It was my goal to watch golf on Sunday because it was the Masters.
Oh, yeah.
So I was watching golf on Sunday, come hell or high water. And that's what I did. I watched golf, then I worked to finish this. So, did that. And then these are my 2 cruise projects. Okay, so this one, these are not blocked. And it's I'm so mad at the old guy. Woo! He says, oh, I might have a coworker over Wednesday night because he knew I was going to be here. And he says, so can you clean off the dining room table so we can work at the table? Because they wanted to do some planning. I said, sure, no problem. So yesterday, I basically cleaned up the house so he could have his guy over, right? Picked up, you know, I mean, our house, it's just clutter, you know? That's really what it gets. It doesn't get dirty. I mean, two of us puttering around there, I mean, it doesn't get dirty. So, I got everything all cleaned up for him. And then last night he says to me, oh, well, we're not going to meet here. Because then I would have blocked. Yeah. Because I got that blocked. That literally got blocked Monday morning. I laid it out. I you know, soaked it and whatever. And so that it would be dry by Tuesday. So I could get it off the table. You know what? No. I had that laid flat. No, it was Monday. Never mind. My days they're all blurring together. Oh, okay. It's terrible. Okay, so then this is what I took on the cruise. It's a new pattern. Just came out by Laura Ayler. Ooh, it's called Kitty Hawk. And I knit this out of the Barocco
Summer Sesame.
Summer Sesame, yep. And it really is cute.
Yeah.
It turned out, I love the striping pattern. It's not real a consistent stripe.
No.
I mean, kinda, but not exactly.
Yeah.
And so it worked out quite well. Top-down construction, nice neck. And I added a little bit of length. I don't know, this crop thing is just not working for me.
Yeah, because that still kind of looks short.
It is short.
Okay.
Well, and that's part of the reason I got ends hanging here. Because I'm kind of, the jury is kind of out on this one yet. The top and the shoulders and everything up there fits fine. And the bottom fits fine. It's just that where it hits. Yeah. You know, and I added a little bit of length, but not a lot. And I have, about this much of the one ball left. And then I have another unopened ball, so which is sitting in the bag. And I was just gonna bring it back because you don't have much left in this color. Yeah. But at least it would. One ball of this isn't enough to do anything with. Right. But if you got a couple, it is. So I thought, okay, I was gonna check if one ball would make a difference in a sweater quantity or not, then I was going to bring it back because this is easier to sell in a sweater quantity. Yeah. Well, in the end, I still made my decision up. I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, yeah. I know that the little ball that I have left may not be enough to get me the length I want. Right. On the other hand, if I break into the one ball I have, you know, then I'm not going to use the whole thing. You know, I'll maybe use a quarter to a third. Yeah. So I'm kind of like, oh gosh, now what do I do? And that's why I haven't blocked it yet. Okay. So well, you could always block it and then try it on. Well, and I'm wondering if I block it. Yeah, I wonder if I would block it, if it would grow in length. I don't know. Right. You got to check that out. I have no idea. Because I did a swatch on this. I swatched with it. I mean, I knew what my gauge was going to be because I had that other sweater started with this. And then I frogged the whole sweater. And you reuse the yarn for this. So I saved my swatch from that. I don't remember, though, how much it grew in length. When I was looking at the swatch, I just measured the stitch gauge. Right. You know? So I could at least have the record. And I wrote it on one of the yarn labels and tucked it in there when I frogged the sweater through the yarn in the bag and whatever. And so I had the stitch gauge and I had the needle size. So I knew what I would get with it. And that's how I picked the size for this. Do I love the shirt? Oh my gosh, I do. It's really cute. And I love this.
Sorry about that.
Yeah. Phone rang. What are you gonna do? So anyways, that's why the jury's still out.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I love everything about it except that. And can't wear short sleeves yet anyways. So, I don't know. We'll see. Then I finished this. This was the other project that went on the cruise. And this is called, give me a moment. I got to think about it. It's my monthly Laura Ayler knit along. Ta-da!
Oh, ruffles. Lots of ruffles.
Lots of ruffle.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot of stitches. Pain in the ass. Knitted with Rowan felted tweed.
Okay.
I love the yarn. I love knitting with the yarn. I love the weight of the yarn. Hate the fuzz.
Oh.
It's fuzzy. Gosh, it's going to bug me what this is. At any rate, this cute little texture and detail in there is kind of nice. Yeah, so you gotta, basically it's boring stockinette until you get to the texture detail, and then you increase your stitches after that, and then you do garter for the ruffle. You don't have to do a ruffle. I just did.
Yeah.
And I have to block this yet.
Okay. It has that blocked look because the yarn is felted.
Well, that's true, it does. But no, it needs blocking yet. And it doesn't look like I wove in my end either.
Okay.
That's what the other one is. Dupe. Neither one woven in. And that's funny because as soon as I get something off the needles, I do those ends right away.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Like all of the ends on that sweater, they're all woven in already. I just haven't snipped them. Because I don't usually snip until after I block.
Oh, okay.
You know, and those, because of the kind of yarn, I was going to stick some fray check on the ends.
Oh, okay.
To make sure that they don't wiener their way out.
Yeah.
So.
Speaking of felted, though, I have my soundtrack here.
Yeah.
And I washed it, and it kind of felted.
Look at that, it did.
I threw it in the wash machine, and I probably shouldn't have. I put it in on gentle.
Oh, my gosh.
But, you know, when I was wearing it the other day, it was like it grew too long. So it might be okay that it felted. Because as I was wearing it,
but
it feels
thick.
It feels thick, but it is so soft.
It is.
I mean, super soft.
Now that was Davila, right?
Yeah.
Because I have my sweater quantity of that Davila. I don't know what it wants to be yet, but.
Okay. Well, I love the yarn and I still love it even though it felted a little. But you shouldn't wash it in the wash machine, not even on gentle. Yeah.
Ooh, lesson learned.
Yep.
I'm going to put the name of this pattern on Ravelry.
Okay.
I'll look it up. It's I can't think of it right now. It'll come. You know, I'll be talking completely, 20 minutes from now. We'll be talking about something completely different and it'll come to me.
Yeah.
Miss Potter. Laura Ayler, Miss Potter.
Oh, okay.
That's what it is, Miss Potter.
Like Beatrix Potter.
Actually, and it had something to do with, Beatrix Potter had something to do with the design of it. Like, I don't know what. Maybe she designed it after reading Peter Rabbit. I don't know. But it did. And Miss Potter. That's the name.
All right.
Then I did a test this week, and I asked Lisa if I could show it, and this is not secret. So I don't know what the name is. It's a new Lisa Ross pattern coming out. Stacked something, I think it's going to be. She's not sure yet. Those names, since this is just a test, that name may change. So I will link to my project page on Ravelry, but I won't. I can't put the name in because I don't know what it is yet.
Okay.
At any rate, it calls for mini skeins. So this is a set. There's the fingerless mitts. And there's the hat. Was
the navy a full skein?
No. You can knit this out of, I use Leading Men. Okay. So, and their minis are like 90 yards. 92 comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay. And you can knit the set in one mini of all of the colors, but the navy, you need 3 minis.
Okay.
But leftovers. It was 3 minis,
yeah,
so that's
could definitely
3 times half a skein.
Yeah.
A little better than that.
Yep. somebody could definitely use their leftovers for that.
You know, and I love the way this fits.
Mm-hmm.
And
oh, that's your size?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's mine. I made it for me.
It's fingering weight, so it's kind of the fall hat.
Or spring.
Yeah.
Or spring.
Not deep winter.
No, it's not a winter hat. Not at all. And, you know, that's why I like the mitts, too. I mean, not winter. Lightweight. But it's cute. I love the... okay, I picked good colors on this one. And these were just, you know, stash.
Okay. Well, look at you busting your stash with all these things.
I know.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Definitely. I have been stash busting. And I have not been stash acquiring.
Good.
And it's been something I feel good about lately. You know, my stash was, I mean, okay, but like the minis. I do Leading Men's Mini Skein Club. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And so I have a box of minis. And sometimes the minis just get to a point where you got too many of them. And I'm getting there. In which case, I'll just cancel the club and use what I got for a while. You know, no big deal. But the thing is, when I am testing for Lisa, for example, she loves minis. And that's something that I've come to appreciate about her. And since she loves minis, when I have to do a test for her, I have plenty to choose from.
Okay.
You know, and this was so cool how it all worked out.
Was that all one set, or the navy was different?
No, this wasn't a set. These were all, this was a half a skein of a leftover from something. The navy was a half a skein. I don't know where I had a half a skein there. I don't remember what I used it for.
Okay.
And then these were just mini skeins.
Okay. Oh, so when you get your club, it's not in a set?
No.
It's just random? Okay.
Yeah, you get 5, I think. 5 minis in the package, and they're random. They might go together, and then again, they might not.
Okay.
And I suspect, I don't know this for sure, but I suspect that because Lisa is their designer in residence right now, I suspect that this will be one of the designer in residence patterns.
Okay.
For this spring. Because, yeah, she's, when she does the designer in residence thing, then she designs small projects to use mini skeins.
Okay.
And so, like, I did a cowl a couple of weeks ago that came out maybe February-ish. That cowl was one of them. And I suspect that these are, which is why I made a point of using the Leading Men. I did. I admit that. I made a point of it, and it was because I wanted to use this for the club. So those are my FOs.
Okay.
Yes, I talk too much.
I was going over some of my previously knit things lately and fixing them. So I have my sweater I made out of my yarn that I dyed with onion skins that after I washed it and it got too short. So I took the bind off and I'm in the middle of fixing that. I'm making it longer, split hem, changing it up a little. And then the other thing I did is these socks, which I showed last time or the time before. These are from a sock tube. They're just kind of a vanilla sock. And I had tried the tubular bind off for the first time on top of one of these socks. It was not stretchy enough. I could not get it over my foot. And I don't think it was because of the Kitchener stitch that you do on top. I think it was the 2 setup rows, because there you're knitting one, slipping one, knitting one, slipping one. And I think
that slips tight.
Yeah, I think that's where it got too tight. So I just took that off and just put on the Jenny's Surprisingly Stretchy bind off.
You know what? For the top of a sock, you can't argue with that one.
Yeah, so that's what this is. Now, I think maybe next time I might try the Italian sewn bind off, which is the same as the tubular.
I've done a sewn bind off.
But it's the same as the tubular, but it doesn't have setup rows.
Elizabeth Zimmerman talks about a sewn bind-off
Yeah.
in one of her books.
Yep.
And that's the one I usually use.
Okay.
Now, that must be different from this Italian one.
I don't know.
Huh.
I would have to see.
Well, when you get
I
there,
haven't done Elizabeth Zimmerman's sewn bind-off in at least 8 years.
Oh.
It's been a long time since I've done that one. So that was all I really finished was this. I have a nearly FO.
This is cool. I like your nearly FO.
Okay, I've been working on this purse. I wanted to make a purse. This
cell
is
phone pocket.
felted. Yeah, it's cell phone on one side and keys on the other. It's still wet.
I noticed that when I put my hand in.
I did it on Monday.
It's still not dry.
And I stuffed towels in so it would get a shape. So that's going to keep it from drying fast. Now I'll leave the towels out. Now it kind of has its shape. So, and then I'm going to sew a lining for it too.
Oh, cool.
Just because I can. I might only make the lining like from here down so that I don't have to worry about this shaping in where the decreases were. But then it's also going to get a flap over it. And this...
Oh, I love this.
This has a little buttonhole in it. And the buttonhole didn't close up in the felting process.
Well, there you go.
And some people were talking that they had to felt them for 90 minutes. It didn't take 90 minutes. It only took 45, just like the slippers and everything else I do.
Wow.
So, now let me talk a little about this. It is not exactly the pattern. I read when I was reading the description on Ravelry that this was knit with the yarn held double.
Well, to be honest with you, I would just assume that.
Yeah, because so many things are. And it said cast on. It didn't say with yarn held double. I thought, well, maybe they just forgot. And so I cast on with the yarn held double. And I ran out of yarn before I even got halfway done. And I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't supposed to. And I read again, and nowhere it says double. And so mine's a little large, but I kind of like the size.
I like the size.
Yeah, I probably could have went a lot shorter with the handle, but maybe it needs to be that big so it can get out of the way when you open it, too. I don't know. If I don't like the handle, it's felted. I can cut it and then sew it, up.
Easily.
Yeah. So...
What's that part?
Flap. That's for Becky for her cat. I made a little mouse and felted it. I gotta cut the end off yet and put whiskers on it. It's just a cat toy.
Always thinking of the grandcat. What can you say?
Yep. So yeah, this has to dry the rest of the way, and then
well, it turned out really nice. I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's all yarn doubled. It wasn't supposed to be doubled. Used 6 skeins instead of 1. Instead of 3. 6 instead of 3. I used Ella Ray Classic Wool.
Yeah, which felts really well.
Yeah, that's my favorite for felting. Where did I put the pattern? I think I left the pattern over there. Hobo Tote, it was called. Yeah, because that's a soundtrack pattern. Yeah, I don't have the pattern with me right now. It's called a Hobo Tote. So, there's not many projects on Ravelry, but it's a finely written pattern, so.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. So I have 2 more works in progress with me.
Well, go for it.
Okay. Well, I started a soundtrack. I wanted to knit another one, and the class was coming up for a soundtrack, and I had all this yarn. This is Louisa Harding. What's it called?
Yeah.
Cassia. And nobody bought it. I had it on clearance, like dirt cheap.
I love this
is
stuff.
The softest stuff. So
I've used this stuff.
Took it all home. I got tons of this color. And I had a few skeins of a darker green. There's that. Sorry about the crinkling. This is the darker green. So I thought, oh, that'll be a pretty soundtrack. But then I decided I didn't want the darker green. I didn't want it real high. And so I decided I wanted something fluffy, so I got this white one with Angora, and
Wow.
that's what I'm using, is these two.
So, here it is. That's how far she is.
Okay, and
I love it.
I'm making it...
I would have never... I forgot about this yarn. I've got like 4 balls of it at home.
They're only
in a blue.
50 grams, so they're probably 8. Yeah, it's a real nice... Well, you can see a finished soundtrack right there. It's a real nice round yoke.
Yeah.
With some slip stitches for the top. And mine's going to be Angora. You can't really see the fuzziness yet with only one stripe.
Right. Oh, don't lose this.
Oh, that was the ribbing needle. Yeah, so this is soundtrack. Just started.
Wow.
And I did the Japanese short rows, just how the pattern said to do them. And they're so easy. They're easier than doing German short rows or wrap and turns.
Oh, and I have not even looked at that.
Oh, it's so easy. So, and they look really nice. Well, they're right here.
Mm-hmm. Is there like a seam line there?
I mean, you can't, I know where they are.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, they'll be fine once they block in.
Out. Yeah, that'll all block out.
Yeah. And I mean, when I do wrap and turns or German short rows, they look worse than that when I'm ready
My German short rows are getting better.
Uh-huh.
But my wrap and turns, not so much.
Oh, this is so easy.
Well, they look very nice.
Thank you. Yeah, and it's just have 2 or 3 on the end. I don't remember, whatever it was. I did it. The only thing is when you do the first set of increases, it says, you know, repeat this 18 times and then knit to the end. So I thought, oh, you're just doing it around. And I just went around. I finished, went around. I was like, uh-oh, I got too many stitches. 18 times is not all the way around. You have to skip the last 2. I could have fit 20 in there.
Oh.
So don't assume it's to the end of the row.
Yeah, if I would think if she meant for you to go to the end of the row, she would have said to end of the round.
Right, but it said 18 times, so I had to back out, take out those last 2 increases, and so. But now I'm on my way again.
I like that green and white. That's pretty.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very pretty. That little bit of Angora fluffy stuff should be nice. So, and then my other FO is the long-awaited Casa Pinka No Need to Panic sweater. And that I have not split for the sleeves yet.
But you're making really good progress.
Yeah, I have to get 3 inches past the last increase, which was right there.
So you got 2 inches.
So yeah, I got a little over 2 inches, so I'm nearly there. And for me, you can see the texture patterns, but I wanted them to be low contrast, and they really are.
Yeah.
They're not real visible. I wanted them kind of like that. It's turned out exactly what I expected. This yarn is Remix by Barocco. Remix Light, I'm sorry.
I knit a sweater out of this last summer, and it just washes up so nice.
Yeah.
I love mine.
Which is nylon, cotton, acrylic, silk, and linen.
Yeah.
Machine wash, cold water, lay flat to dry.
Yeah, no, I'm very happy with the sweater that I knit out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted a texture pattern, but not a lot. And I am done with the texture now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm all done with the texture. So next thing I'll have to do is split for the sleeves.
You're going to make it 3/4 length?
Yeah.
Or short?
No, I might make it just to the elbow, right above the elbow. There's a kind of a little puffy sleeve and only to here. Mm-hmm. And I probably will go all the way down to the elbow and make it more straight. And then, yeah, when I get to the bottom, I'm not sure yet. This didn't suck in too much for the ribbing, so I might be okay with ribbing with this. You know, sometimes when you use wool, it really sucks in. Mm-hmm. But cotton tends to lay flatter. But I don't want it to suck in at the bottom. I want kind of a more straight. So we'll see what happens. But I'm excited about this. I'll be more excited if I have it split.
Oh,
then I'll be able to take better.
That's split. That's splitting the sleeves. I mean, that's like the hugest milestone.
Oh, yeah.
You know, even if you have a sea of stockinette to do on the body and you're going round and round and round forever, getting to that sleeve split is just like huge.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Definitely.
Yep. So what are your works in progress?
I just have, well, Laura Ayler is doing a mystery knit along starting in the middle of May somewhere. I think, I don't know exactly when the first clue is due to be released. She doesn't even have the pattern up for pre-sale yet.
Okay.
But those who follow her Ravelry group are all a Twitter because they, know that it's coming. Well, I've known about this, oh man, it was February already, I think. And Laura was talking about this on Ravelry. And I said, gee, I love ponchos. This is a poncho. And it's cool. You'll either be able to knit a poncho or a shawl. And you get to choose. Not everybody wears ponchos. Well, I do. So, I'm knitting this poncho.
Okay.
And I think somebody else is testing the shawl. And I'm finishing up on clue 7, which is the last clue. And so I am working on that. But obviously, since it's a mystery knit along, that's all I can tell you.
Okay.
But this is coming out in May.
Okay.
May. So I'm working on that.
Okay.
And when I'm waiting for a clue, because some were real quick, and I got them done, and some were not, like the one I'm still working on. Then I finished up the blanket, and then I knit the hat and those mitts. And so I've got other little things going. So this is my scarf.
Oh, your Kiviak.
Kiviak. This is it. I don't know. I think we've talked about this.
I know you showed it once on here.
Yeah, it was only a little schnibble.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm about half done. So.
Okay.
It's a beautiful, beautiful lace pattern. I don't know. You won't be able to see it.
Yeah, one of those you have to block out.
This one will have to be black, yeah, to get that lace all laid. But, it's soft. It's beautiful. But, yeah, I gotta finish this before my birthday, before Mother's Day.
Okay.
So, I'm about half. And I'm sure I'll have, this is what I'm working on. I'm not starting my next sweater until this is done.
Okay.
And because, yeah, I'm finding, gosh, it's amazing to be a monogamous knitter.
I know. I was thinking this morning, I said, I am not casting anything new on at least till the end of the month. I got to work on what I got.
Well, and I'm going to show you this because I have it along. This is my book.
Oh, okay.
And in here, I have got everything, all my notes, everything of what I did.
Okay.
And so now I've got my goals, my gnomes, my goals, my 2022 knitting goals.
Okay.
And then my sweater goals.
Okay.
And my monthly goals. And I just make a list. And when I finish something, there's my goals. And I just make this list. And when I finish it, I cross it off. So you'll see next is this one.
Okay.
And then my panic sweater.
Okay.
And then my courage shawl. No. And then my gnome. And the Ayler test is that mystery that I'm doing.
Okay.
So I've been working on in between. But yeah.
Okay.
And this list, I don't let my list get, in a month's time, longer than 10 projects tops. And then, because I can't finish 10 in a month.
Right.
Unless they be really quick ones. That's too much. I won't ever do that.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and there's nothing that says these will be finished within the month. It's just that this is, I look at it more of, this is the order that I cast them on.
Right.
You know, and, you know, people always ask me, you know, they think the only reason I have a stack of FOs that high, you know, since the last time we podcasted, they think that it's because I'm such a speed demon or that I spend hours on hours a day knitting. No, I'd kill my elbow if I did that. What I think I am is efficient. I just am making sure that I have my mind focused on what I want to accomplish, and I don't let other crap get in the way. So that's how I finish as much as I do.
Okay.
And it's really, you know, because like it's funny, I'm not finishing any more projects in a month now than I have done last year or the year before.
Okay.
And with retiring, one would think I would, but I'm not. Now, I certainly, I mean, my house is not completely decluttered and cleaned and whatever, which is, you know, one of the goals I had when I retired.
Yeah.
I'm working on it.
It's still a goal.
It's still a goal. It'll be a goal for a long time.
Yeah.
And I don't care. I do have this desire, though, to declutter certain things.
Okay.
I do. You know, and like, I have this really strong desire to get my yarn stash managed. Okay. And I have a very strong desire right now to reduce the stack of finished objects that I don't wear. Okay. So I have to go through like all my, like my shawls like this. I got to go through them. And I have to decide.
And what one are you wearing? You should tell them.
Perfect Blend, I think. This was a Casa Pinka mystery. I think it's called Perfect Blend.
Oh, yeah, Perfect Blend. I was thinking Don't Breathe or whatever. Breathe and Hope.
Breathe and Hope. No.
Okay. No, Casa Pinka is having a local yarn shop day mystery. I have it, the pattern already, or the picture of the pattern, so it'll be out, you know, for local yarn shop day, but it'll be another pattern.
And you're going to put kits together or something?
Yep, I'll put kits together. I like just using Heritage for her kits.
Heritage is a great yarn.
It's a wonderful yarn. And now I have more of the speckled variegated ones in than I had before. Oh, and I just got those wave ones in too.
Yeah.
So I should be able to get nice kits of Heritage together for that.
Oh, cool.
And then that's not expensive either. Heritage is, you know, a decent price. So, yeah, we'll have some kits for a local yarn shop day.
I might have to buy one.
Okay.
Largely because buying yarn and it's more fun than buying a pattern that you could get for free.
Right. So the pattern will be included for free.
Yeah, because if
you're just paying for the
because the way Casa Pinka works it is that if you come in on local yarn shop day and you buy the yarn, you get the download code for the pattern. And so I'm thinking I'm gonna do that.
Okay. Speaking of patterns, you know what I was in the middle of doing when you were here? I'm making all of my patterns free for a while.
Really?
You have to go to the website and download them. So the ones on Ravelry, the price is gone off of Ravelry, and there's a link to my website to download them. I won't print them for you for free. If you want them printed, then you gotta still pay. But if you want to download any of them,
cool,
even like the Cedar Valley poncho or any of those, you can get any of my patterns for free.
That's nice.
Yeah, I've updated the website so far, and I'm still updating Ravelry. I was in the middle of that when you came today. So that'll get finished tomorrow.
Very nice.
Yeah. So.
Cool. Wow.
So watch for free patterns. I don't know how long I'll leave it there. Maybe till the end of spring, maybe till the end of the year. I don't know when. But for right now, they're free. Get them while you can.
Yeah. There's a couple I like some of your hat patterns because they're just good workhorse, if you will, great hat patterns.
Yeah.
And you just can't argue with a good hat.
Right. So those patterns are all out there.
Cool.
Yeah. In the shop, we're going to finish up the Hugo knit along tomorrow, draw prizes, all that stuff. So we'll have to come up with another knit along. I'm not sure what yet. I have a week. I have a week to decide.
Yeah, I don't know.
I've been kind of thinking I would like some kind of a vest pattern. When I very first started the store, we had that one that was a big circle. Remember that? I think it's called a Mina or something. Oh, Mina.
Yeah.
And that was kind of cool. But I also saw somebody at ZK one year. It was just like a silk. It was like just 3 rectangles, I swear. The back and 2 fronts. And the sides were split open. I mean, this thing probably went to the girl's knees.
Oh.
And it was, slid open, and only on this 2 sides was only sewn for maybe this much, maybe 9 inches. And yeah, and I don't know if it was more than that, but I've been kind of looking for a good vest pattern. Just, something I can throw on while I'm working, or somebody else can too if they want an extra layer. So if you have any good vest patterns you want me to check out, put it down below in the comments and I will check them out.
Okay, you heard it here, folks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd wear that. I have to think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
And if you pick the pattern we do for a knit along, you'll get in there even if you don't knit along. I'll put you in as a participant.
There you have it. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good thought.
Yeah.
I'll have to look. It's funny. I have one of those longer, they call them duster length, like cardigans, and that's open part way. And I will tell you that I love wearing that thing. It's a nice, flowy, comfortable style.
Yeah. I'm short, so I couldn't wear it as long as the person that had it at CK,
No,
But, right below the butt kind of length probably would work for me.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's what I'd like.
Well, that would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we went through a whole lot of stuff here today.
Yeah.
Now, there's a whole bunch of yarn that's been coming in, dribbling here
Oh,
and
I
there.
know. And there's been a lot on clearance. There's still a lot left on clearance. So go to the website. It's between 40 and 60% off everything on the website that's on clearance. It says spring cleaning on the website, and then you'll know you're in the right place. And then, tons of ultra alpaca. That stuff is such nice yarn. People's ponchos are just beautiful.
Oh, they are. The Hugo knit along. I can't get over how pretty some of them are.
Yeah. And I got in the new Summer Sesame in all the colors. So if you liked Summer Sesame last year, I have all the new colors in this year. Oh,
wow.
Yeah. And I'm expecting a lot more in, but there's shortages around the world, so we'll get it when we get it.
Is what it is, I know.
Yeah, yeah.
It's that, the whole supply chain. Wow. I mean, it's crazy when you think about how difficult it is to get certain things.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
I don't know.
So,
okay. Well.
Okay. I think that's it for today.
Yeah. We'll talk again and I don't know when.
I don't know. 2 weeks probably.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, next weekend's next
Easter.
Sunday. Easter is Sunday, and it won't be next weekend. That next Friday, because I'm not here. I'm going to California.
When are you going to California again?
Wednesday.
Wednesday the 20th?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long are you going to be gone?
4 days.
Okay. You're such a world traveler. So 20th to 24th.
My son is being installed as the president of his local moose lodge.
Oh.
And my daughter-in-law is being installed as the regent, or the senior regent, which is like head honcho of the women's organization.
Okay.
Women of the Moose. And several years ago, when Ron, I don't know if he got an award or was installed as a trustee to the local Elks, I told Derek that this was happening, and he flew home and surprised his dad.
Okay.
So, months and months ago, Derek was kind of talking that he might do this. Ron said to me, he says, you know, if Derek does this when he gets installed, we have to go out.
Yeah.
So then when I was out there in March, early March, Ashley won her election while I was out there. And Derek's election wasn't for a couple of weeks, but he had no opposition, so he knew he was going to win. So I had a conversation with my daughter-in-law about us coming out.
Okay, so it's a surprise for Derek,
Yeah, Derek has no clue. At least right now, we think he has no clue.
And he doesn't watch this.
I would think not.
Okay. So you got a husband that's an elk and a son that's a moose.
Oh, I'm a moose too.
Oh, okay.
And that.
How are you a moose if your husband's an elk? The moose are out in California.
No, they're all over.
Oh.
There's a moose lodge in Sheboygan.
Oh yeah, on Georgia Avenue.
Yeah,
isn't it? Yeah, that's right.
So okay, because they're doing this. Well, recruiting is one of the things that comes with the job. So he signed me up.
Oh, okay.
And his lodge out in California is my home lodge, yes. But I can go to the lodge here if I want.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I'm doing. So I am a card-carrying moose member too, and I will be able to get into the lodge out there.
Okay, so it's your husband's an elk and you're a moose.
Yeah.
Elk and a moose in the same bed.
I don't even want to go there.
On that note, goodbye.
Bye.